framework of a web page. Now that you have created your first web page, let's move on to understand the different elements used to build the content in a web page. HTML gives the structure or frame to a web page and lets the browser know how to display content. To build a frame, you need to understand the individual components which make up a frame on a web page. The basic HTML skeleton provides the essential structure for an HTML document. It includes the necessary elements that form the foundation of a web page. This information indicates that this document is written in HTML language. This tag defines the root element of the HTML document and specifies the document's language, in this case, English. The head section is where information about the document is given. It can be the title of the page or the location of the CSS file, JavaScript file, or what kind of fonts the web pages will be using. This information in between the head section is not going to be displayed on the browser. This tag sets the title of the HTML document, which appears in the Browser tab or window. The body is the content that will be displayed on the browser, such as headings, paragraphs, images, and other elements. The body element holds the meat of the web page, including the actual content you want to display to the world. Now that you have seen the basic skeleton of an HTML document, let's move ahead to learn how tags and elements work together to structure and define the content of a web page. Understanding the relationship between tags and elements is fundamental to creating well-informed HTML documents. Tags work by telling the browser what to do. The start tag and end tag are used to wrap the content. A tag is always enclosed in an angle bracket. The tags in pairs are called container elements, which turn the formatting on and off. Container elements have opening and closing tags, with content between them. For example, to bold the text, we can use opening bold tag and closing bold tag. Standalone elements are self-closing and do not need a closing tag. Their purpose is to insert specific types of content or structure into the document. Standalone elements are typically used for things like embedding media, line breaks, or inserting images. While building a web page, it is important to keep in mind that the basic HTML skeleton includes a doc-type declaration, an opening and closing HTML tag, a head section for metadata, and a body section for the main content, setting the foundation for a web page. HTML uses tags, enclosed in angle brackets, to define elements, which consist of opening and closing tags with content in between. Tags structure and organize content on a web page, creating a hierarchy that determines how elements are displayed and interact.